Hey YouTube, my name is Kenny. Thank you for checking out my channel. So today's video is going to be all about our Yamaha 92 Banshee wheels. So as you know, the 92 Yamaha Banshee has white wheels and I don't have any of those. So I am really good with the sandblaster and pretty good with the powdering. What we're going to do is take the wheels that came off of our 2005. They looked real good. They're the same size as stock. We're going to break those down. We're going to get the rims themselves, the lip cleaned up, and we're going to get those sandblasted and powder coated white. We're going to go ahead and flip the camera around, start this process, get it rolling. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time. I'm going to show you my Harbor Freight tool and the little attachment that I made. Hopefully this is able to help someone else out in the future. So here we go. This is the Harbor Freight tire tool. It is mounted wood here. A lot of people say to do the steel. It works fine, but I made my little tire changing tool. I got this soft poly claw off of Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks. I'm not a professional welder, so this is held up for me. But you basically want to make like a cross T here. So this is a circle with some fence posts welded onto this square piece of tubing. It'll sit on there like such. You can slide it in and out to lock on the different diameters of the beads. But it's easier to just show you rather than keep talking about it. Sitting here, I'm going to take my valve core out. Now I let it run down till there's practically no more really air coming out of it. Just a really small hiss, and then you put that back in. You want to keep that in there just because it's going to provide pressure once you go to pop these beads off. Let's get down to the lower end. Now on the lower side of this, I do go ahead and put a washcloth over this lip here, just because it's a good practice for me, just to keep from scratching them up any worse than what they are. And then I have had to take off some of them that were colored, but we're gonna put the tall side face down, so a lot more up here than there. We're gonna spray some lube on there and start getting it off. Alright, so that was pretty simple. Wasn't really anything to it. You just basically got that off. You see it came off relatively easy. Some of them do, some of them don't, but for the most part I haven't had any issues. Now those two pieces of steel that come down onto that little shoe, that little shovel, sometimes they want to flex left and right, so I have seen people weld T-bars and braces and things in there, but I haven't had to do that. So let's just go ahead and get rest of the wheel up onto the stand, and we'll get rest of the tire off of it and get this rolling. So one of the other things that I do have, I did make a circle set of donuts. These is two 2x4s or 2x6s thickness, so it is roughly 3 inches, and it goes on here to help with those 8-inch wheels that are not really so deep and won't fit over this. But we got that off. I usually throw this little plastic disc over there to help from scratching it. And I have like a washcloth that I use that has a hole in it. Keeps from scratching up the back of the wheel. And then I pull enough of it over to expose that bolt hole. The tire sitting up on here. And you can see that little bolt hole here. You'll see it in a minute. I usually just use some kind of nut. Put down in there just to hold this firm in place. Then I got my other little one that I put on top. A little contraption goes on top. And you get the claw right down up on there, tight as it can get. I mean, for the most part, I tighten mine up with hand. It ain't really too horrible. And you will push it down a little bit to where it allows the wheel to go over. But you're going to use the tool here, go down into your corner, up that corner of the wheel, up on that lip. Now it's up there as you see. Just get that on there, lift up, and just walk the tire around. All right, first one's off. What's down in there? Slime or something? I'm going to clean that out. Then we'll do the exact same thing to the next side. Up. Boom. Tire's off. Alright, so we are officially done. Tire is off on that aspect. So wet hands don't help take this off. Not sure if there's a way to get the stem out in one piece. I have replacements, but yeah, might as well try it. So now you can officially see. Rim is kind of beat up a little bit. This is the bolt that was keeping the whole thing from turning. This is just pressing it down. What I'm gonna do is take my file and just go around there and clean that up real good. And that's taking off a whole lot of that rash and rub. So we're gonna flip the tire and do the same thing on the other side. So here's rim number one. I mean, the lip is a lot more smooth than what it did. It has a nice thick coat of powder coat. It's going to look real good. So we're going to go ahead and take this out, spray it off, get it washed off real good, and then do the exact same thing to the next one. All right, so wheels are all off. That's all done. We have the one cleaned up, pretty dry, sitting out in the sun right now. Like I said, it's freaking like 90 degrees. That's why I'm sweating. Just got two fans back here blowing. But we're gonna throw this one into the sandblasting cabinet. Probably start sandblasting for probably about 20 minutes each. Hopefully, there ain't really nothing that needs to come off. So we're just gonna be working on the surface, and we're gonna be getting these hooked up and hung up and ready to hit some color on them. was like 90 degrees. Thank God the sun went down finally. But as you see, we have the wheels and tires mounted and they look great. So one up for the 92 restoration. We're gonna flip it around. All right, so the tires on the front are a GBC 21 by 7 by 10. New tires, well, great condition tires. There's no need to replace them. The rims have been powder coated with a polar white, which is the whitest that it comes from prismatic powder. We also have the rears done as well. They are wrapped in a GB rubber. It is 20 by 10 by 9, so they're good to go. They've just been cleaned with some degreaser. It's an awesome cleaner. It just strips off all that dirt. It does real good at cleaning, except for it just leaves it dull, which is fine. But yeah, these are going to get put away. We have this video done, just a quick picture of what they were, what they are now, and that's it for this video. So far we have the frame, which should be coming back from powder anytime today. Well, anytime soon. We have the rims and tires done. We have the motor complete. Now we just need to do some odds and ends, swing arms, A-arms, got to get the shocks done. We have a lot still to do, but we're going to get this together slowly and surely. This is my YFZ that you've seen in the channel as well. But thank you for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you like this kind of content, hit that notification bell. Next time I upload a video, you'll get a notification, and then you can follow along this build with me.